Shiny Hisuian Sneasel and Sneasler are making their debut alongside a Wonder Trade-like feature during the Along the Routes event in Pokemon Go. But how can you get the most out of this event? Well, in this video, I will be going through all the event details, event tips, Pokemon worth catching, raids worth raiding, and more. The event begins on December 5th at 10 AM and ends on December 8th at 8 PM local time. This event introduces the character Mateo into the game. Through Mateo, you can exchange gifts with trainers from around the world. Mateo will be near the end point of a route and you can talk to him to begin a gift exchange. You'll then be able to choose which of Mateo's gifts you want to exchange from the route endpoint, start point, or nearby Pokestop. You can also add a sticker to the gift before you exchange it. You'll then select exchange to exchange the gifts and you will receive a gift from another trainer from around the world. You can pin postcards from these gifts to your postcard book to help you get different forms of Vivillon. You can, however, only do one gift exchange with Mateo per day. The bonuses for the event will be half egg hatch distance for eggs placed into incubators during the event. You'll get 3 times XP for spinning Pokestops, 5 times XP for spinning a Pokestop for the first time, and there'll be 2 times Stardust from opening gifts. The wild encounters will be Slugma, Hitmontop, Spoink, Phoebus, Lillipup, Woobat, Emolga, Wooloo, and Pawmi. In 7km eggs, in addition to the Pokemon that are already in the egg pool, you will be able to get Hisuian Growlithe, Togepi, Sneasel, Hisuian Sneasel, which is the new shiny, Bonsly, and Espurr. So there are no featured raids for the event, but these are the Pokemon that will be in raids during the time of the event. In 1-star raids, we'll have Poliwhirl, Seadra, Houndour, Shinx, and Pawmi. In 3-star raids will be Rhydon, Primeape, Magcargo, and Bombardier. In 5-star raids will be Reshiram, and Mega Scizor will be in Mega raids. There will be a new special research story for this event featuring Mateo and the gift exchange feature. The field research encounters for the event will be Eevee, Hisuian Sneasel, and Wooloo. And there'll be a free timed research rewarding items and encounters with Hisuian Sneasel, Phoebus, Wooloo, and Pawmi. There will also be Sneasel and Hisuian Sneasel showcases available throughout the event. So that's the details for the event. Let's have a look at some tips that can help you make the most of it. Firstly, the new gift exchange feature will be helpful for those of you that are trying to obtain all the different forms of Vivillon, especially if you don't have anyone on your friends list from specific regions that you need. So if you didn't already know, to pin postcards to your postcard book, you need to tap the pin icon next to the open option when receiving a gift. Alternatively, you can pin postcards from your own gifts as well. The first postcard that you do pin from a region will get you an encounter with Scatterbug. Pinning more of the same region will get you more encounters with Scatterbug, and evolving these Scatterbug will get you the Vivillon pattern associated with that region. There are 18 Vivillon patterns to collect from postcards from different regions. You can check each of the regions for the specific Vivillon patterns, your progress towards that region, and encounter Scatterbug via your Vivillon collector medal. So the new gift exchange feature is very similar to Wonder Trading but with gifts. In the main series games, a Wonder Trade is effectively a blind trade with a random trainer. Trainers select Pokemon that they want to trade, but you don't select what you want in return. Then 2 trainers are randomly matched and the Pokemon they've put up for trade will be exchanged. The gift exchange feature with Mateo in Pokemon Go is similar in the fact you are exchanging gifts with another trainer that is randomly selected. This leads me to believe that in the future, Wonder Trading will be added to Pokemon Go. And honestly, Wonder Trading is a really fun feature in the main series games because you never know what Pokemon that you're going to receive. And if you can only do Wonder Trading through Mateo like you can with the gift exchange, then it would greatly incentivize trainers taking part in routes. So hopefully in the future we will see Mateo's gift exchange expanding to trading Pokemon as well. Wonder Trading would be really helpful for those that don't have anybody to trade with in close proximity. So with the half egg hatch distance, make sure that you do incubate your eggs after the event has begun, otherwise you won't get the bonus. Also, if you are looking to hatch the event eggs, they are only available from opening gifts, which is convenient because you will also get 2 times Stardust from opening gifts, so worth opening gifts for these reasons. If you are looking to grind XP throughout this event, it is a great time to be spinning Pokestops with the 3 times spin XP. And if you can, it would be ideal going to a new place with a lot of Pokestops you haven't been able to spin yet, so you can get the 5 times bonus for that. If you do manage to go to a place with a high Pokestop density that you haven't spun yet, I would recommend using Lucky Eggs to increase the XP bonus by a further 2 times. This event will be a great time to work on your Platinum Sightseer and Backpacker medals. Other than the 2 times Stardust for opening gifts, there aren't any major Stardust bonuses for the event, but if you are grinding Stardust, then you can use star pieces to increase your Stardust gains by 1.5 times. Additionally, I would recommend doing any Pokestop showcases that you do see, because even if you don't rank highly in them, you will get some XP and Stardust for pretty much doing nothing. And if you do happen to place highly, then you have a chance of getting some premium items. If you are trying to reach the higher ranks in the showcases to get those premium items, then I would recommend keeping an eye on the showcase when it's near the end, because people like to swap in high ranking Pokemon right at the last second. It's worth noting that you can Mega Evolve a Pokemon of the same type that you are catching to increase the amount of Candy, Candy XL and XP you get per catch. So as there are many different types spawning for this event, it's best to pick your Mega Evolution depending on the type of Pokemon you want to specifically focus on. I will be going through the meta relevancies of Pokemon later on in this video, so it might help you out with that. During this season, you can get an additional candy and 1 guaranteed XL candy per trade, so it is a good time to be catching and trading any Pokemon that you need Candy and Candy XL for. Doing these trades will also help you with getting your Platinum Gentleman medal. And with that said, let's take a look at which Pokemon are worth catching during this event. So Hitmontop will be spawning in the wild, and it might be a good idea to catch some of these for PvP because it is ranked 54 in the Great League and 38 in the Ultra League. Phoebus will also be available in the wild and from timed research, and it could be worth picking up if you need to evolve one for the 1000-year Slumber Jirachi special research. Wooloo will be available in the wild, timed research and in field research, and this Pokemon is worth picking up because its evolution Dubwool is ranked 25 in the Great League and 61 in the Ultra League. So Dubwool's perfect IVs for the Great League are 115-15, so it's definitely worth trying to get one of these from the wild because it'll be much easier because there is no IV floor. However, for the Great League, the best IVs for Dubwool are the Hundo IVs of 15-15-15, so it will be easier for you to get this from field research with a 10-10-10 IV floor. Remember that any Pokemon that need to be powered up by XL candy to perform their best will be good trading targets to get the 1 guaranteed XL candy per trade. Pawmi will be in the wild, in timed research and in 1-star raids. It might be worth picking up because Pawmi is actually not a bad budget electric type raid attacker. In field research, Eevee will be available and some of its evolutions do have some relevance. Umbreon is decent in PvP, being ranked 72 in the Great League and 83 in the Ultra League. The perfect PvP IVs for Umbreon in the Great League are 0-15-15, which means you would need to trade the Eevee from field research to reroll the IVs closer to 0-15-15. It's good to note here that if you do trade with a best friend, the IV floor is 5-5-5, with an ultra friend it is 3-3-3, with a great friend it is 2-2-2, and with a good friend you can get IVs as low as 1-1-1. So it's good to bear this in mind when trying to reroll IVs for PvP. As the lowest IV floor from trading is 1-1-1, you won't be able to get the perfect PvP IVs for Umbreon for the Great League, but the best you could get is a rank 5 Umbreon with 1-12-15 IVs. For an Ultra League Umbreon, you want the Hundo IVs of 15-15-15, so with the 10-10-10 IV floor, field research is a good way to do this. Another useful evolution is Glaceon, which is a top 10 ice type raid attacker. Likewise, Sylveon is a top 10 fairy type raid attacker, and it is decent in the Master League, being ranked 98. So Hisuian Sneasel is available from field research, timed research and the 7km event eggs, and it is worth picking up not only because it is the new shiny, but also because Sneasler is ranked 57 in the Ultra League. So if you are going to be hatching the 7km event eggs, then these are the meta relevant featured Pokemon. So Togepi will be hatching, and Togekiss is a top 5 fairy type raid attacker, and it is ranked 74 in the Master League. The Jotonian Sneasel is also available from these eggs, and Weavile is a decent ice type raid attacker and one of the best ice type raid attackers in its shadow form. So when it comes to the raids, which raids are actually worth your raid passes? So starting with 1-star raids, Poliwhirl could be a good target because Poliwrath is a really strong Pokemon in PvP. It's ranked 16 in the Great League and 3 in the Ultra League. Politoed is also pretty decent in the Ultra League, being ranked 65. Houndour is also in 1-star raids, and it could be worth raiding because Mega Houndoom is a top 5 dark type raid attacker and a decent fire type raid attacker. In 3-star raids will be Rhydon, and Rhyperior is a top rock type raid attacker and a decent ground type raid attacker as well. It's even better in its shadow form as well, so definitely keep an eye out for Shadow Rhyhorn. Additionally, Rhyperior is ranked 59 in the Master League, so not a bad option there. Primeape is also in 3-star raids, and it does have an evolution coming in the future which is Annihilape, so it could be worth raiding it to prepare for that. Mega Scizor will be available from Mega Raids, and it could be worth raiding if you haven't Mega Evolved one before, because it is a top Bug and Steel type raid attacker. And Reshiram will be the 5-star raid boss during this event, and it is worth raiding because it is the best non-Mega Fire type raid attacker, and it's one of the best in the Master League, being ranked 15. Although it does need its signature legacy move Fusion Flare, so you would need to use an Elite TM to get that. So what about the other raids and events going on in December? Are they worth doing? If you want to know more about what's going on during December in Pokemon Go, then check out this video next.